Hello and welcome to my channel. So, looks like there was like a little interview with CNN and Kaylee's father and their family attorney.
Here in the timeline, and 5 weeks without, a lot of public progress, right? At least that we're aware of. Steve, have you learned anything new that's given you new hope that they're making progress, or at least they're getting closer?
I'm glad that they're reaching out and they're asking for the community to look for this car. I didn't think it was in that town anymore, so they can only work in that county. So sometimes you got to reach out.
And Shannon, how about from your perspective, either the Moscow police or who have you expressed your doubts about, or the FBI, in any communications as a lawyer representing the family? Have you learned anything recently that gives you confidence that there's been some progress?
Well, I think Steve and I both in the family feel like the community is going to solve this crime. And I think the more that they ask the community to help and reach out to them, I think the better the investigation will move forward. And that's why some of our questions in the past have been not reaching out to the community, I think, soon enough. So hopefully.
So, the family and the lawyer seems to think it's going to be the community, the public, that solves this. I mean, they're probably not wrong. We'll probably be a big part of it.
Police in recent days, any progress in finding that vehicle or the person or persons inside it, Steve?
They've eliminated some vehicles. The community has reached out and probably flooded them with.
So they've eliminated some vehicles. I only heard of one vehicle, the one that was found in Eugene, Oregon. So I guess that's good. There's more.
Colorado with no connections to the murders. The police are now asking the public to stop contacting the owner, which means detectives are back to square one, sorting through more than 7,500 emailed tips, more than 4,000 phone tips, and more than 4,500 digital media submissions, all related to the information they have put out publicly. A white car, an approximate time of the murders.
So, if doors were locked, is that not like keys hanging up? What are those keys? Probably to the vehicles, maybe?
And the suspected weapon, a fixed blade knife. That one switches out all the blades too. Turns out, hunting culture and owning knives is incredibly common in Idaho. Whether it's a hardware store, a sporting goods store, or an antique shop, you can find a fixed blade anywhere. And you don't even need to be 18 to purchase.
Knives, no, you can buy knives anywhere. Nobody questions that.
The store owners and employees I spoke to say they don't pay attention to who buys or think twice about their intentions. They don't discriminate or ask what they plan to use the weapon for. But after these murders, they say they may put more thought into it before selling.
So this is something now you start to think twice about, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, Well, and, there's a couple things around that I hope nobody picks that up and comes this way.
And it's important to note that everyone that I spoke to today, I'm talking about everyone, has turned over their information, their video surveillance to the police. They want to see this brought to an end just as much as anyone out there in the country that's been paying attention to this story.
Oh, the last part, that clip I showed, was to point out that he said other businesses and people he talked to turned in surveillance. So let's hope something comes from that. I do believe they have a lot more than they're letting us to believe they do. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and again, thanks for watching. Until next time.